Hello, sweet friend. My name is Micah, and in this video I want to show you the March collection for Cat Collage Club. Every month I like to give you a little walkthrough, show you what's included in this month's printable collection, and so yeah, let's take a look. So as you can see, this first sheet has a bunch of kitties looking out of windows. I always enjoy when I spot a little kitty looking outside a window when I'm on a walk. And then for some reason the other day I was realizing that that is actually a perfect image to use for journaling because, for one, it invites you to journal about what you are seeing out of your window right now. So if you're noticing the first signs of spring or any other seasonal changes, but also it invites you to maybe journal about the weather if it's very rainy and how that makes you feel. But then of course you can also use it as a metaphor for a new perspective that you have gained, or for something that you're looking forward to in the sense of looking ahead, or maybe you want to journal about a daydream that you have. So yeah, I think that offers a lot of journaling opportunities, and also it's just cute. And so I had this little space here down at the bottom of this page, and so I decided to design a couple labels with some lettering in there to go along with these windows. I thought that would look quite nice if you had these oval labels and then you can collage them together with these windows. I thought that would look quite nice on a journal page. So yeah, that is sheet number 1. And then on sheet number 2, we have a bunch of kitties just going about their day, some daily tasks. And this is actually mostly inspired by some requests that I've gotten from a lovely Cat Collage Club subscriber. I'm always happy if you let me know what you would like to see in the collections, what elements you would find useful, because that obviously is the goal of this, is for you to have fun with these in your journals. And so we have some kitties cooking and preparing food. So for example, this is making a salad here, but then also here cooking with the stove. So if maybe this is a little too big with the entire stove, you have this kitty here with just the pot. We also have some cats on a dinner date or being together. I guess you could use this for a dinner, not for a dinner, for a date too. But then also these cats going on a walk, both in the daytime as well as in the nighttime. I guess you could use those to indicate a date as well, if it's not necessarily a dinner date. And then we have some cats exercising, lifting some weights, walking, running, or just in general being thirsty after a workout. So I thought this would be great if maybe you were doing an exercise routine that is neither lifting weights nor running. So this is maybe more all-purpose. And then we have a cat with an awesome red car running errands, and I included that going in both directions. That I thought that might be helpful. And then I thought, well, I've never made a cat happily cutting out their collage sheets, so I thought it was time that we had a cat for that. So that's what I did there. If you remember, these kinds of the style of cats I've done last year, actually around the same time in March and April. And back then I really enjoyed making those, and it seemed like you enjoyed using them. So I hope that this will be the same, that you really enjoy these, because I think personally they're quite cute, and I love these colorful shapes, but then with these line details, I think that's quite nice. Speaking of lines, and also revisiting another set of characters from last year, I've done some other designs with this girl and her cat friend before, and I don't know, I just felt like doing some more with them And so here, if you are really sensitive to being around people, then you might be able to relate to this here, where you come home from a day all social and all you want to do is be alone, but being with your cat is still okay. And then I thought the same design also maybe went with feeling overwhelmed. And if none of these words speak to you, then you can obviously also cut around it. I think there's enough space between her arm here and the lettering, so you can customize that to your needs. And then I thought it would be quite nice if they read together, and then for some reason that made me think, what if the cat one night stayed up by itself just reading, having a late night reading session? But of course you could also use that for studying, if you have to catch up on the studying late night, that kind of thing. And then they having a good time dancing to some music. I think that's so cute. And then of course I have to have them journal together. If you have a cat, let me know how often your cat keeps you from finishing your journaling spread because it's sitting on your journal. So yeah, really, really sweet. And then another Cat Collage Club member let me know that they really enjoyed the journal prompts that I had included. Was that in December? That might have been December. And so I was happy to include some more journaling prompts, and this time I decided to design them in these colorful frames because I thought it was going to be quite nice to be able to include that in your journal spread and make that part of the spread. I think these look quite cute, and I think there's a nice variety of prompts in there, and I hope you enjoy using those in your journals. And then where I live, we are heading towards spring. And actually there was a day last week where it was so warm that I took my first walk outside without a coat. That was really, really lovely. And so here I drew out some cats in some spring attire, spring outfits, really cute. And then this is also a design that I had included before. I just updated the coloring a little bit to being more springy. I hope you don't mind me reusing elements like this and just recoloring them. I just generally really enjoyed using the last one, and so I personally really wanted this new colorway, so I hope you enjoy that too. And then in an effort to include, I guess, a little bit more of a variety of design types, not only having characters, but also other elements that you can work with in your journals, I created these small frames or labels, I guess you could call them too, where you can include a date, or if you have small handwriting, you might even be able to fit a quote or just a word or two if need be. So yeah, I think these turned out quite sweet. And then in a similar vein of just trying to add variety to the elements, I designed these journaling cards that can actually also act as a prompt in a way. So, for example, these flowers here, you could feel invited to journal about your growth lately, things where you feel like you've grown in certain areas of your life. But also you could note down the first signs of spring you've noticed while being on a walk or being outside, those kinds of things. Or if somebody has given you flowers lately as a gift, you could write about that. Yeah, just some ideas. And then this cat here has a lot on his mind, his or her mind. And so if you just feel like you are overwhelmed by your thoughts, this could give you a space to note some of them down and empty your head. So yeah, I hope you really enjoy those. And then of course in March we also have the bunnies and colorful egg holiday. And so of course I included some Easter elements here with the cats and some patterned eggs, but also a cat painting an egg, or being inside of a egg basket or Easter basket. Of course, that's such a cat thing to do, right? To just find a box and sit in it. And then here, this design I included twice, one where with the eggs, Easter eggs, and then one without the eggs. So if that speaks to you more, then you can use that. And again, just filling some empty spaces with elements that you could use to build collages and use alongside of some of these elements. Yeah, just some variety in that. So yeah, and then last but not least, we have all of the minis. So this is just the same designs as the previous sheets, just in smaller. Generally, I tend to make them about 70% smaller, and that can have a little bit of variance here and there, but mostly these are at 70%. So if you know how to set your printer to a different percentage, if you feel like these are too big but these are too small, you could, for example, print this sheet out at 85% and you would get something that is in between this and that, just in case that ever came up for you. But yeah, those are all the minis. Oh, and then I did have a little bit of empty space right here, so I included these elements again, but even smaller. So these are really mini elements, these right here. But I think because most of them have really simple silhouettes, I think these are still okay to cut out by hand. But then I also have on the website all of these both as PDFs and PNG files with transparent backgrounds. So if you have a cutting machine, then I think you can use those transparent PNG files to have your cutting machine cut these out for you. And then you don't have to do anything, which is nice. So yeah, I had a lot of fun designing these for you, and personally I am very excited to use these and journal with these, and I hope you feel the same way. And again, please let me know if there's anything you would like to see in an upcoming Cat Collage Club collection. I'm always very happy to try and make those requests happen. Let me know if you have a favorite kitty this month. And other than that, thank you so much for sharing this time with me. Until next time, happy journaling.